Now join us here on the Inland Sports Show as we gear up for the Masters coming up this weekend for CIF Wrestling. Another step towards, obviously, the CIF State Meet coming up in Bakersfield. We got Jason Lowe, the head coach at Canyon Springs, and the Cougars doing it again. Another big year for Canyon Springs on the mat. And Coach, just going back to last season, the writing was on the wall that you had some really talented wrestlers that were coming back this year that were going to be contenders for state championships, but with such talented guys, how do you keep them focused and remind them, hey, let's get past the Southern section, let's get past Masters, let's get to state. How do you kind of break it down and make sure they're focused just on what's in front of them as opposed to just thinking about the state title per se?
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. We just take it 1 week at a time. Just focus on what's in front of us. We can't worry about 2 weeks from now or worry about just what's in front of us and just training hard. And time's been flying, so it's been a fun journey.
Well, Coach, this past weekend, CIF had the individual team championships. You won, I think you said it was the Southern Division, and you had 5 individual boy champions, a girl as well. Let's do a little name dropping. Who won the titles there? And then, going into Masters, you got to figure they're all going to be in the hunt somewhere to maybe bring home another championship.
Yeah, at 106, we had a junior, Xavier Monzo. At 113, we have a freshman, Max Murillo. 126, a senior, David Fletes. 132 was senior Remy Murillo. And then at 190 is Sonny Kling, senior.
So specifically for Remy and Sonny, going into this season, they're already great wrestlers, but is there anything that you can do as a coach to just get them, prepared, equip them with everything they might need to make a run for that state title?
Yes. Well, we're just trying to keep them healthy and motivated. Just keep going. Get that discipline instilled. They've both been at the top and just short of their goals, so that it's pretty easy to get them to work hard. They've been real close, so they have some high goals to win a state title, both of them individually.
And Coach, being so close, is that experience, like last year, was that experience valuable coming into this year to try to get back to that spot?
Yeah, but just it's so hard. Just because you've been there 1 year doesn't mean the same. Remy experienced that his sophomore year, being second in state, and then placed 6th last year. And Sonny has been the runner-up, 2 years in a row. So yeah, they've been there, but they do definitely have the target on their back. Everyone knows who they are, and everywhere we go, it's kind of the talk. And but they're ready. They're not scared. They're not even real nervous. They're ready to go.
Well, Coach, you guys were the Division I dual champions in the Southern section. How much fun has this season been? How much are you enjoying this?
Oh, I'm just trying to take it day by day and take it all in. I've been here, I think, pretty close to 22 years. So I'm not taking anything for granted. I know it's few and far between you can get something like this, but we have a really good team. Everyone knew about our 2 individuals that we're just talking about coming back, but it took a team effort. That's what really impressed me with this team. Everyone knew we had those guys, but there's a whole other group, 10 more guys on that, or 12 more guys that helped us win the CIF duels. That was pretty something special. The first time that I've gotten a team title. We've gotten second. I've got like 4 or 5 runner-up plaques. We were kind of tired of those. So now we got 2 golds. Feels good.
Coach, you mentioned the 2+ decades, at Canyon Springs. Where the program is right now, do you think it's in the best spot, the healthiest spot it's been since you've been there?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, our we've had a kids club for a while, but often those kids would go off to other schools and not come to Canyon Springs. They didn't really live in our area, so they would just kind of go to their home school, but they would always train in our kids club. But now we're finally getting kids in our area and coming to our school. So that's coming through right now. The ones that are wrestling right now, and being successful. They came through our program, and we have some more coming. Yeah, this is a record-breaking year in a lot of ways. Most individual CIF champions, 5. I think this is the most probably Masters qualifiers with 9 boys, 4 girls. Yeah, we're excited, and the future is bright.
Coach, going into Masters, you mentioned it with Sonny and Remy, just, at this point of the year, just trying to keep them motivated and keep them healthy too, trying to stay away from any injuries. I mean, what are some of the most important things right now for your wrestlers to be successful going into Masters, and of course with the state meet, looming after that?
Yeah, I always stress take care of your bodies. I stress that, and get enough sleep. And it's hard with teenagers, but to keep them off their phones so they can get some good quality sleep. So we stress that a lot. And then what they're eating, again, a tough thing for teenage boys and girls. Try them to keep them healthy, eating the right things, getting enough sleep, kind of training the right way. Try to taper where we need to, and rest their bodies where we can. Make their weight cut as manageable as possible without hurting them.
Where is the Masters meet this year?
It's at Palm Springs High School.
Oh, Palm Springs. Okay. So, Coach,
yeah.
Going into this weekend, obviously, again, we talked about focusing on what's in front of you and trying not to look too far ahead, of course, to the state meet. But as you look at Masters, your goal as a coach, I mean, obviously you said you'd like to see all 9 of your guys who qualified for Masters to move on. But, team-wise, what are some goals? I know individually you'd like to have some individual champions, but team goals, do you have any expectations team-wise for the Cougars?
No, we're trying to get everyone through. That would be the ultimate goal. We did set a goal earlier in the year between the boys and girls, trying to get double digits state qualifiers. So we're trying to get 10 was our original goal this year, and it looks like it's still a possibility. We have our 5 CF champions. Again, nothing's guaranteed. Only 2 went to state last year, so for the boys.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a lot of work to do. But it would be nice to be. They gave out. I think plaques for the top 2.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a little tough to do. Our southern section's really tough. But just the same thing we did with individuals and duels. Each individual takes care of their job. Don't worry about too much about the team thing. Go out and do your job. When you can get bonus points, do it. But the main thing is to get a win and advance in the bracket, so you can move on and earn yourself another week of wrestling. So we want to extend our season. We want to end other wrestlers' seasons that are ready to quit, and they have other reasons. I always tell them there's always wrestlers that want to the season to end. They're not just going to quit, but if they get some adversity, if we take it to them, they'll kind of find a way to break. And they have a million things going on, so you never know. Nothing's guaranteed. Top guys might not even make weight or have something going on, so we got to be ready and focused, physically, mentally, and ready to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like mental is the mindset is a big key at this point of the season, right? Physically, you probably know what your guys can do, and your female wrestlers as well. But mentally, are they in a good headspace, right, going into these big meets?
Exactly. Yep.
Coach Covington was saying that he had a chance to go to your practice and roll around a little bit and get his wrestlers ready for Masters. I would assume the wrestling community here in the greater Riverside area, the Inland Empire, is it pretty tight knit? Like, I mean, do you guys all kind of know each other? Are you helpful and reach out to these other guys and programs when they have something they might need or need some help with?
Yeah, absolutely. Wrestling in general has the community, just the type of sport that we are. And not as popular as all the other ones, but yeah, we stick together, and especially the local ones. Yeah, Valley View came over today, and in Arlington last week we went over to JW North. They might be coming over tomorrow. So it's been like that since I've been in that room. We used to be the kind of the spot where everyone would come for CF Masters and state practices, but now we go out to other rooms and they come to us, and yeah, definitely we stick together, and I try to help out all the younger coaches that are around the area.
Well, Coach Lowe, finally here, going into Masters, what's kind of the battle cry? What's the message to your wrestlers this week in practice leading up to Masters? What's the secret to motivate them and be ready physically and mentally and all those sorts of things to hopefully get some wins on the mat?
Yeah, you named them all. Try to get rid of as many distractions as possible leading up to this. There's too many things that can go wrong. So just try to focus on the task at hand. We got one goal ahead of us. It's a one-day tournament now these days. So we got to go put it all on line and make sure that we're bringing the best that we have. Take away distractions is a big key for us. And again, that weight management, make that not an issue. That can be a distraction as well. So we've been trying to do it the right way, not all at the last minute. And like I said, eating right and getting sleep and focusing on one task.
So it sounds like cheeseburgers and maybe girlfriends are the biggest obstacles for some of these guys.
Yeah, and phones, social media.
Well, Coach, listen, I always appreciate the time. You've done the show a couple times now, and I do appreciate it. Congrats on the season so far, and I know there's still a lot on the table for you guys coming up the next couple of weeks. So thank you, Coach. I do appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
That's Coach Lowe from Canyon Springs Wrestling. We got the Masters meet coming up, and really appreciate the time here on the Inland Sports Show. Inland Sports.